What is going on, Exo community? Exo Stomp here, and today, people, we're going to be going over our week number 2 match, and this is going to be some pretty fun times. So, basically, if you guys don't know my full team, we did switch it up from last week, so I'll just go over my team real quick. I have Chandelure, Bronzong. Well, okay, let's do this. I kept Bronzong, Sock, Rhyperior, and Blastoise. And then I swapped out 4 Mons. So I have Chandelure now. I have Scolipede now. I have Zoroark. I have Whimsicott. And I also have Vigoroth. Yeah, so... actually, no, I had Scolipede before. So, really, I swapped out 4 Mons. So... yes, this is a little different. We don't have Grimmsnarl anymore, and we don't have Rotom-Mow. With that, we had a lot of points left over. I wanted to mix some stuff up. I wanted to grab Zoroark with Chandelure. I felt like that was pretty cool. From Power Rankings, I kept saying how a good Ghost type would break through a lot of people's teams, and I've never used Chandelure, and it was available, so I was like, I can make a team with this, because I also needed another fire type over Rapidash, and did I have a ghost type? I don't think I had a ghost type, so yeah, now you know my team. And for this week, this is going to be pretty cool. We have Blastoise. Well, okay, so as you can see, the team is on the right, so keep that in mind. We have Blastoise here, Torrent. Pretty basic set. Scald is just good overall. The only stuff that resists it don't really want to be burned. Empoleon, if it is physical, obviously doesn't want to be burned. Breloom doesn't want to be burned. Dracovish doesn't want to be burned, you know. So, a lot of these mons don't want to be burned. So Scald is really good here. Rapid Spin and Flip Turn just for, you know, shenanigans. And then Body Press so we can hit the Empoleon harder. And... we can hit the Wigglytuff a little harder, I guess. And the Dracovish, I guess. I don't know. Really, this was just for Empoleon. Yeah, we're just going max defense. We're pretty good against a lot of the Mons. Blastoise is really good in this matchup. We have Bronzong here. This is our Rocks Mon. We have Toxic Protect on it. Basically, this is mainly here for all the Spadef Mons. There's not too many, but... we can beat Weezing 1v1. Vikavolt is a little iffy depending on the set. Empoleon's pretty much no. We won't beat it 1v1. And then Arcanine, I guess, if it's special. But we beat pretty much everything else, especially. And so the reason why I went Psychic as my only move, I had Heavy Slam at first. It didn't hit Vikavolt hard, and it didn't hit Empoleon, like, at all. So I wanted something to hit the Weezing, Empoleon, and Vikavolt. And there wasn't anything that Bronzong had that realistically did enough. So I thought Psychic hits Vikavolt and Weezing decently hard, so I grabbed that. Sock. This is my main carry for this game. I have another one. He's basically our breaker, but you'll see what I mean as I go over this. So as you can see, Earthquake is there before close combat. The reason being is that I saw Sock. I was like, alright, this is what I always do with Sock. I look and see what are the immunities and how if I can break them. There is Vikavolt, which has Levitate, which Molebreaker, you know, not doesn't exist. Weezing, which has Levitate, which again doesn't exist. The only Mon that can really take an Earthquake is Vullaby, but you're not switching that into a Close Combat or a Stone Edge. I guess if you brought it, but like, I have Whimsicott, I have Rhyperior, I have all these Mons that can beat it 1v1. Like, even Bronzong, to an extent, can beat a 1v1, so... yeah, no. I definitely didn't think that Vullaby was coming. So I was like, alright, so really I just spam Earthquake this game. Breloom, I didn't think was coming, but I did prep for it, as you'll see. And Yeah, so really, I just am hoping that Wigglytuff or Sandslash, you know, they don't come, or they're not a defensive set. And then these moves are just, you know, moves. Really, I'm just pressing Earthquake in close combat. Stone Edge, I guess, is for the Volibee. Knockoff is for Heavy Duty Boots Arcanine, I believe, if I expected it to be really defensive. The speed for this, I believe, was for the Dracovish. Alright, let's go on the Rhyperior. This is another... I have 2 bands on this team. Rhyperior was actually the first mon that I put a band on initially, because I figured Earthquake plus Rock Blast, nothing switches into that. I couldn't see a mon that could physically take 2 hits from that, besides like Breloom, so I gave it Ice Punch, and then I had no other moves. I put Seismic Toss in case it was 50-50, like if I should press Ice Punch or Rock Blast against something. Seismic Toss, and Seismic Toss was an option, you know. Seismic Toss is a decent option here because there are no ghost types, so I was like, 4th move is fine here. Yeah, 140 attack. Don't mess with Rhyperior's attack, guys. Seriously, god damn, it does so much. Speed is to outspeed... Was it Vikavolt? It probably was Vikavolt, if I had to guess. If I had to guess, that's my guess. Whimsicott. Expert Bolt. Okay, so Expert Bolt was for Moonblast to Oko Breloom if it was like a subset. Because if it was a subset, I wouldn't want it to get Sludge Bomb off. Because that was the only thing that I could think of. Like, if Breloom comes, it might be like a Sludge Bomb set to kill Whimsicott. But I think Calcit, it doesn't even kill Whimsicott, which is very sad. But yeah. Moonblast is for that. Energy Ball. And we have Psychic. Psychic is for the Wheezing. Again, Expert Belt pretty much makes sure that it 2-hit KOs every time. Speed is outspeed Arcanine. Same thing with Zoroark Speed. I really didn't do much with the EVs. I haven't really been doing a lot with the EVs recently, but you know, it's been working out, so whatever. We have Zoroark. I didn't expect to press an S to plot this game, but I wanted to bring it in case I did trick E-Man one turn. Zoroark does do a ton. Dark Pulse and Sludge Bomb basically kill everything at +2. I mean, unless it's an AV Empoleon, or if it's just like a Spadef Empoleon. That's... I guess maybe Gigalith if that's Spadef as well, but that's why I have Grass Knot. Grass Knot would help against Gigalith. And yeah, I already mentioned the speed, but yeah, that's the team. Let's get on to the game. We'll just cut right to it here. As we see, well, I'll just keep this up real quick. There's no Breloom, which again I didn't really expect, but I did prep for. There is no Dracovish or really any Sand, which was very nice. Actually just versed Sand in another league, and I did not want to verse again, so I appreciate that. No, but yeah, I was a little scared of the Wigglytuff. So I know it's a little weird to say, right, because it's a Wigglytuff, but it actually can take hits from Sock, and it does a decent amount back to it. It does have options like T-Wave. It has like Dazzling Gleam to hit it hard. It has, you know, it has options, right? So, but all in all, honestly, I think this was good because there was no Breloom, so I didn't need to worry about like Spore or anything annoying. There was no Sand, so I didn't need to worry about Chip. So, and I did realize that we could get rocks up and keep them up for a decently long time, because Sandslash is here, but I don't know if he'll be able to get a spin-off fast enough, honestly. But we'll see. So let's get on to the match. I'll put in slow so I can just go over so we don't have to pause. But I start off with Sock. Because again, I knew that if I start off with it and click Earthquake, it's pretty much free. I could stay in here and get an Earthquake or a Close Combat off on the Sand Slash, but I didn't want to get knocked off. I want to keep my band for later. It does a ton here. And so what I wanted to do was, I'm going to switch out into Blastoise. I could take anything. Plus, I thought rocks would go up. Spikes go up. So I was like, alright, that's fine. I'll just Rapid Spin this away. There's no Ghost type on the enemy team. I do that. But Wigglytuff is in. So, I was like, alright, this is fine. I have the technology. I have the Bronzong. I can take whatever it wants to go for. It goes for a knockoff. Knockoff is annoying, but because regenning on Bronzong is quite big, because if I can't regen, potentially stuff like Vikavolt can kill me, and this is my only Vikavolt answer, really, so yeah. Arcanine comes out on me going for rocks. Perfect. Alright, so I switch out into Rhyperior to take a hit from this thing, and I get burnt. Now, this isn't that good, right? I told myself I should just go into Blastoise, but I was afraid if it had Wild Charge, it would be doing too much to Blastoise. Silly me, because I am defensive. I could have just went out into it and kept my Rhyperior healthy, but because it's burnt now, it's really just here to chip. We do a Sizing Toss, which is nice, but yeah, we get burnt. And so here, what I do is I just switch out into Blastoise here, expecting... I don't know what I expected, but I basically just want to go out in the Blastoise here. And what I can do here is just go right back out in the Bronzong. Weezing doesn't do too much to me. Sledge Bomb happens. If it did Flamethrower, that's fine. I can take it, and I could just use a Psychic. But Vikavolt comes out. Very weird how Vikavolt came out, I guess. E-Man was afraid of, like, Earthquake. Which I guess wouldn't have been a bad option to stop Arcanine from coming out, but still. Psychic does a clean 33%, which is nice. And webs go up here. Now, I Toxic because I want to put this thing on a timer. And I'm just going to Protect here, as E-Man makes a great play and just clicks Roost. I should have just Psychic, but it is what it is. And here, I believe I just go for another Psychic here. And again, I double out into Rhyperior, right? If I did have the leftover still, I would have been at 100%. So, hey guys, a knockoff is a big deal, okay? But Rhyperior comes up. I don't want to sack it, so I go back in the Blastoise here, as I'm pretty sure I could take anything that Empoleon goes for. I take that 18%. I do get burnt, so again. At the moment, E-Man's luck, is pretty good. Hitting a Wisp, Skull Burning, it's pretty big. Goes for Grass Knot. I forgot this thing had Grass Knot, but it's okay. We Rapid Spin away the sticky webs, which is good. We kind of need those to be off the field, at least for right now. In order for Stalk to really do much. Knockoff comes out. I guess expecting a switch. I go for a Scald because from the point that I was at, 31%, right? 31% is enough for Torrent to kick in. So I went for a Scald. I didn't even care if anything came out. Nothing really wants to take a Scald. And it was my best play to hit Empoleon because I was burnt. And I didn't think Body Press would do too much. But I should have done it to potentially break a berry, like a Fighting Berry, because I was expecting the Fighting Berry on Empoleon. I did calc it though. It does a lot. I'm pretty sure it still kills. It's Choice Banded Stalk is nothing to mess with. But Blastoise does go down here. And so I go out in the Stalk, obviously. I can freely click Earthquake here. This is the freest Earthquake of my life. I get a free kill. As you can see, 50%. Go for another one. Kills. Not sure if it was max defense or not, but killed either way, so I'll take it. Wigglytuff comes out, the only thing that could take an Earthquake left. And as I just go out into Zong here. Zong can take anything that Wigglytuff goes for. Sad that the Thunder Wave did miss. It's not the biggest thing, I will say. Like, it's still a miss, and it still, could be, like, I could be fully parried every turn. But, it's not the biggest thing. If it hit on, like, Sock or something, that would have been big. But, yeah. Vikavolt comes out. I just go for a Psychic just to get some chip off. And at this point, I know webs were going to go up here, so I just wanted to click Psychic again. It's 3%. And I know that Eamon is not going to keep this thing around, because you can't really pivot back into it unless something dies, then you can go back into it, because then you just get die from Toxic. So I was just thinking, Protect is free here. If he goes for Roost, I'll just click Psychic after. And yeah, this keeps my Bronzong healthy, so that's good. Yeah, so Vikavolt goes down, which is great here. Arcanine comes out. Here is big. Okay, so I go into Rhyperior. Not sure what I'm expecting. Basically a fire or really anything. Rhyperior can take it. I should have, honestly, if I was being smart while team building, I would have made my Rhyperior be able to take Arcanine hits, but I did not. So that does like 20%. This does 34%. It still does a decent amount, but not enough. Rock Blast does miss. That was kind of big. I needed to kill this Arcanine in order to really win, because if I kill the Arcanine, Sock just freely clicks moves. Like, Earthquake is free. But Rhyperior goes down. I go into Sock. This is big, right? Because pretty much I lost, right? I know, well, we saw before, Will-O-Wisp on Arcanine is a thing, and that is scary. So basically, I need to pray that he misses, or that he goes for like a Flamethrower or a Scorching Sands to try to burn me instead. But yeah, basically, I knew I lost. I should have probably went into Zoroark here and go for a Dark Pulse or something just to weaken it, or like a Sludge Bomb, or I don't know. But yeah, so Will-O-Wisp does miss. Thank the Lord, we get the Earthquake off, we kill, and now Wigglytuff has to come out. This was big though. This was a game changer. I feel so bad for it, because if you did hit that Will-O-Wisp, I lost pretty, like, 90% sure. But the game's still up in the air. Wigglytuff could still live. It could still, do shenanigans. But I go into Bronzong here. Obviously, it could take anything Wigglytuff goes for. Weezing comes out. Not sure why. I don't know what E-Man expected, because I go out in the Zong every time against Wigglytuff. And I always beat Weezing 1v1 because you've seen Psychic. So, not sure. But I could still go for a Psychic here. As Toxic Spikes come out, that's honestly not the worst thing in the world. The game is almost over. Toxic Spikes won't do too much damage to my mons. Wigglytuff comes out yet again, and I just go for another Psychic. I really just want to chip this Wigglytuff down so Sock can just win later on. But we go for a Toxic, and I'm expecting a Protect, Wish Protect here, but doubles right into Empoleon, which was a good play, because now I really can't kill this thing. Goes back up to 100%, and yeah, so I just want to stay in here, and Psychic, I need to weaken the Empoleon. I get a defense special Spadef drop, but it's Defiant, so it gets to +2. Not the biggest deal, but I go for another Psychic. That's fine. Yeah, I'm basically just sacking Bronzong here. Go out in the Whimsicott. Agility is the last move here. Okay. So that being seen, I get another Spadef drop, gets the +4. That being seen though, Empoleon doesn't have anything to hit me with. No Ice Beam, or does it learn? I think it learns Ice Beam. No Ice Beam. No flash cannon, nothing like that, which is great. That means that, the best thing you could do is go for a +4 knockoff. And maybe if that crits you kill, I don't know. I actually didn't calculate, but I go for an energy ball here. As it does hit Wheezing. I'm just going to show off my tech here and go for a Psychic on the Wheezing. And at this point, I'm not sure if E-Man can come back. Because, like, Wigglytuff is too low. So I can just clean it up. But I just go for Moonblast here. As Wish comes out. I do think Wigglytuff is too low at this point to really get preserved. I go out in the Sock here. As we see E-Man switch out into Empoleon and get that Wish off. 86%. Don't think that's enough. Actually, no, I don't think that's I actually think Choice Banded, oh, it's not Sock. I tricked myself. Okay, my bad. This is Zoroark. That's hilarious. I actually think that E-Man thought it was real too. I got tricked myself, alright? So, my bad. This is Zoroark. I go for a Dark Pulse. But yeah, here, honestly, I just need to keep Sock at 100. Well, it's not 100%. I'm lying. Wait, no, it is at 100. Okay, I'm lost now. Sock, Zoroark dies. Right. Sock is still at 100%. I need to keep it at 100% so I can live any hit from Empoleon. And I know close combat kills. I could have went for Earthquake, but I wasn't sure if it was Shuka or it was the Fighting Berry. I did expect the Fighting Berry. But yeah. So that's the game. Very close game. 2-0. I really do apologize for that will miss because that was big. But if we check, we just go max defense with what berry? What berry are we talking about? What's the berry called again? Is it Chopple? I think it's Chopple. No, that's an item. Game, please. Okay, alright, just give me a... Wait, that is... No, I am going for the item. Oh. Right. Oh, yeah. Okay, I did calculate. It wasn't, max defense or anything like that. I think it was like... I calculated. I don't remember what I calculated, but I knew even if it was that berry, it killed. So, anyways, that's the game. It was really fun. Sock got 3 kills, so yeah, probably be on my thumbnail. I believe it has 5 kills now. I don't know. I think... You know what's funny? I feel like... I don't know where Sock is. I think he's like top 10 right now for kill leaders. I do think after this week goes in... Or sorry, after this week goes in. After this week goes in, though, I have a feeling Lucas's Primeape, which is, funnily enough, in the same tier as Sock, is in first, because I think it got 5 kills. 5 or 6. I think it was 5, which is insane. But yeah, GG's. And our week 3 is Chungus, I believe. Let me just make sure. Yep, Chungus. Chungus's team. I guess I could just bring it up real quick. Where am I? There we go. You guys can see it. Okay. Actually, this might look better. There we go. Alright. Team highlighted is the team. With the Rotom Heat and Swampert and Swellow. I'm a little mad that Chungus did steal our Swellow because, you know, I didn't pick Swellow round 1. As you guys know, I was 12th pick, so I had to pick 2 Mons. I did pick the Grimmsnarl and Bronzong, and then I told myself, Swellow's not getting picked before that, right? I can get it my second round. That didn't happen. So, Swellow got stolen, but that's okay. We get to verse it this week. I haven't prepped. I haven't even looked at this matchup. I really just looked at who I was versing. So, game itself looks good. Can't wait to verse you, Chungus. And yeah, I guess I will see you guys next time. So yeah, peace.